Rolling. All right, so today, Friday, is our shoulder day. So we're gonna head into the gym here, and we're gonna be doing not just bands, but my favorite band exercises for shoulders. So get some music going. Hopefully our Spotify playlist treats us right today. And let's head in there. Phone on Do Not Disturb. We don't want anything interrupting our workouts. So grab band set. I just did legs yesterday, and so I'm feeling a little tight. So we're gonna just kind of loosen up a little bit here. Even though we're gonna do upper body, we definitely want to warm up the shoulders, but I just want to kind of get some blood flowing here. So some leg swings. If I don't loosen up and stretch out the day after a leg workout, low back starts to lock up a little. You get that tug of war between your glutes, hamstrings, and your low back. It's no bueno. All right, other side. It's a good workout yesterday. It's going to be a good one today, too. Out of all body parts, I think shoulders are probably my favorite with bands, just because I feel it. Just get that really good contraction, good pump. Be a good workout. All right, just some body weight squats real quick, again, to warm up before we start stretching out. It's a good opportunity to practice body alignment, to chest out, chin up, weight on the heels, dropping that butt back. Do a few more. All right, a little hamstring stretch. Quads. Oh, sore. Nice, other side. So if this is your first time joining these workouts, I think you're figuring out pretty quick that these are not short videos. This is not a how-to video. These are full-length uncut workouts from beginning to end. Nice. Let's drop down. Plant that knee. Push your hips forward. Posture upright. I want to feel this stretch out in here. Good. And while I'm down here, stretch out the back a little. Hands out in front. And then just drop backwards. If you happen to have like a broomstick, or I think this was one that I got Home Depot. Just nice to loosen up. So I like to not just look to the side, I like to try to see how far back I can look, because this gives me a good indication when one side's tighter than the other, depending on how far I can look back. Nice and controlled. And usually I'll come to the side. One more each side. And then a little twist. And I'll look towards the ceiling. One more. Nice. All right, so because it's shoulder day, we definitely want to make sure we warm up all those smaller muscles, our rotator cuff. So we'll start with my favorite, some arm circles, nice and controlled. There's 6, we're going to go to 12 going forward. And then we're going to go backwards. Now, there's a fine line with a warm-up. I see some people in there for 30, 40 minutes ticking off with their warm-up. Maybe that works for some people. For me, that's a momentum killer. Plus, I don't have that kind of time. I do just enough to get loosened up. Also, a little bit of conditioning in there, but it's also my mental prep to flip that switch from whatever my head space is with work or family or whatever else is going on, and switch that mode into workout mode. All right, so stepping on the band, pick an extra light one, elbows up to shoulder height, and rotate back. Just 10, 2 more. Cool. Quick pull apart, rear delts, pull out to the sides. Two more. Nice. All right, double that band up with a little twist. Just like, yay. Now, elbows in the side. Resist with the opposite arm. I'm going to do internal, external rotation. You're also gonna feel like you're pre-fatiguing the muscle a little bit here too. A little burn, setting the stage. All right, do one more each arm. Nice. All right, so last time did shoulder press, one band, both arms same time. Told you doing my favorite workout. I personally prefer doing single arm. Now I don't do too many unilateral exercises one side at a time because it takes a long time, takes twice as long to do an exercise. So I try to usually reserve unilateral stuff, maybe just one exercise per workout. So just like I did with doubles, think about almost like this W shape, pushing out to the sides just a little bit. I want to do the same thing here with singles. So I'm not coming up just like this, coming out. Nice and controlled. Control that rep speed. Get that little extra squeeze at the top. Right here. That's 10, two more. Nice. Other side. Want to do it right away, no rest. Slow it down a little here, make it a little harder. Slower tempo means more time under tension, which is one way to boost the intensity without using as much weight or resistance. Nice. All right, one little, let's call it a mind muscle visualization trick. It's a mouthful. So when I'm doing these, it's easy to think about pressing with that hand, pushing the hand up and down. I don't think about the hand at all. This is the exact opposite of what I say with, say, pull downs or rows, where I say let your hands go along for the ride. So we're driving our elbows back or driving our elbows down, and our hands are like hooks. This is similar. So instead of thinking about moving my hand up and down, I'm thinking about elbow, elevating that elbow, forearm and hand, just going along for the ride. And that helps me minimize the engagement of the triceps even more. So I'm going to go up in resistance. That was a little too light. I'm going to take the opportunity, though, loosen up the chest. Got to remember that crosses the shoulder joint as well. So we want to make sure chest is nice and loose. Grab a drink of water and we'll jump into it. 90 seconds rest, ideally, between sets. We want to keep a tempo. Product plug. All right. Here we go. That's 8. Let's do 2 more here. Oh man, 1 more. Nice. So aiming for that 10 to 12 reps, somewhere in there. I tried for 12, but I went up in resistance. So now keep in mind, going out wide like this, you're not going to be as strong when we stay in tight like this and we have all that movement at the elbow, using a lot more triceps. So you're going to feel a lot stronger. In this position, pushing out, you're going to feel a little weaker. And that's okay. It's not about feeling strong. It's about making that muscle work hard. So we want to put more stress on the deltoids. This isn't a triceps exercise. Now, common question is, what's the advantage of doing a PPL, a push-pull leg workout? Probably one of the more obvious things is that when you're doing any kind of pushing, it's usually going to be triceps, deltoids, chest, any of your compound movements, right? Bench press is chest, anterior delt, triceps. So like I'm talking about here, we're trying to minimize using the triceps because today is a shoulder day workout. But the reality is it's still a compound movement. You're still going to be using some triceps. So our goal here is just to put more focus on the deltoid. So before we do next set 3, stretch out real quick. Arms overhead. Pull it back a little. See what Spotify's got. Hype ourselves up a little. Okay, here we go. Ah. 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 Oh, it's 6. 7. Oh man, that's 7.5. We're gonna switch to the other side and we'll come back, finish it off. 7. Same thing, 7.5. Sometimes one arm or one side will be stronger than the other, and sometimes not. Here we go. So we're going to finish off. Get at least 3. Would bring us to 10. If we can hit 5, even better. Let's see. It's 10. Nice. Now you can use the Undersun anchor with handles. You can do, the fat grips if you want to. An exercise like this, me personally, I don't really feel it's necessary. Maybe it's just because hands are so calloused. 34 years of training, about 5 rows of calluses. All right. So on the PDF, which if you don't have, you can find the link in the description. It's kind of like a rough guideline. I don't feel obligated to do it exactly this way, but it gives us some structure. So we had band lateral raises next. Actually, I do. That is one of my favorite ones. So we're going to stick to that one. Don't try to go too heavy with these. Use one of the lighter bands. Now you can do doubles. It look like this. But I don't know. I like the squeeze that I get better doing a single. Plus I like the angle of pull here. Yeah. Problem is it's another unilateral exercise. So it takes a little longer. Seven. 8. If you start to hit a wall, you can always narrow your foot position. It'll take a little tension off the band. Remember, the more you stretch them, the harder they are. 2 more. One more. Nice. We'll go right into the other side. Now, when you're doing these, don't think about going up. If you think about that, you're going to end up using a lot more of your traps. Think about going out to the sides. There's 8. 9, this is that point where I narrowed my feet a little. Nice. So I said this the other week. One of the reasons why I like this movement with bands, we have tension all the way through the range of movement, whereas dumbbells here in the beginning, kind of more like a pendulum. So we don't have a lot of resistance from here until about right here. So I just get a much better squeeze and more constant tension throughout that range of motion with the bands. We'll try doing these again. Both arms. I want to see what it's like doing an X with the bands. In other words, this right here. So now you see that same angle of pull across, except I'm going to drop down in resistance here because we're stretching that band a lot. All right. So here's your hourglass or your X. That's not bad. Let's go ahead and go with it. Nice. 8. 4 more. 1, 2, 3. Nice. Good stuff. 90 seconds rest, grab a drink of water, stretch it out. We'll do set 3. So I imagine everyone has their own philosophy on the best way to attack shoulders. My goal is to get even development between your anterior delt, the front of the shoulder, middle delt, and rear delt. But that doesn't mean doing an equal amount of anterior delt exercises, which in isolation movement would be a front raise, versus maybe a side raise and rear flies. And the reason is, anytime we do a press, we're working a ton of anterior delt. Every time we do a bench press, a dumbbell press, we're working a ton of anterior delt. Most people, if they're doing enough pressing movements, are not lacking development in the front of their shoulder. So that's why I like to spend a little bit more time on the side and on the rear. We got one more set here. So our side raises, that's going to be focusing on that middle delt a bit more. So you can call them side raises, you can call them lateral raises. When you say side lateral raise, that's redundant. Not that it matters, call it whatever you want to call it. People get too caught up in that. It doesn't matter. What matters is you get a good workout. Hey. 10, 2 more. One more. Look in the mirror, noticing the trifecta. Come over here and drink out my water bottle, but it just doesn't have the same ring to it, so that's where we just turn the hat around. Move the toes. All right. So, resistance band shrugs. The other week, we did a version which was a combination of an upright row and a shrug. It's fun. I actually personally like a variation of a band upright row. I don't do them with weights. With a bar, that's a closed chain exercise, and I just start to feel like things start to bind up. It's uncomfortable. If I do it too long, you know, over a period of time, I start to get elbow issues. And it's just because your hands are locked into a certain position. But with bands, you have flexibility there for a more neutral, natural range of motion. So, similar to what we did with our lateral raises, I'm going to go ahead and cross it. You can do it just like this. We can come straight up like this. I just happen to like the feel of crossing it, and then I feel a better squeeze. So you see, hands are coming about chest height, elbows are in line with the shoulders. Nice controlled squeeze. So we're working delts and traps here. If you want to engage the traps a little bit more at the top, right here, you can get a little extra squeeze, elevate those shoulders if you want to. Nothing wrong with it. Nice. Anytime I work traps, I like to grab either an upright or a dumbbell rack, anything, just grab low enough to where I can lean to the side and tilt my head, my ear towards my shoulder. I want to stretch out our upper trapezius. If I don't do it, muscle gets really tight, and usually like the following day, it gets so tight it starts to pull, and I'll get headaches from it. It took me a long time to figure out what was causing that. I was saying the other day that I appreciate science. So when new studies come out, I always read them, take it into consideration, but I'll tell you, 98% of what I've learned, unfortunately, was through trial and error. Doing stuff, some of it worked, some of it didn't work, some stuff caused injury, you know. Unfortunately, there's probably no good substitute for experience. Best thing you can do is learn from other people's mistakes, and that's why I don't mind sharing things that I did wrong. Maybe someone else out there can avoid some of the mistakes that I made. I'm going to go up in resistance a little. All right. See how this feels. This might be a little too much. definitely not easy. Eight. Skip 4 more. 1. 2. 3. Oh, man. Good stuff. So one more set of these. So on the PDF, after this, we have front raises. Like I was saying, that's more anterior delt. So we're going to focus on rear delts today. We're going to do some pull aparts. Actually, we'll probably show you a couple different things. Why not switch it up? Giving you more tools. You don't need a ton of exercises. I've always strongly disagreed with this idea of muscle confusion. You're never going to confuse your muscles. Our body is far more intelligent than we are. You're not going to outsmart it. And just bringing in new exercise just because it feels uncomfortable or makes you sore for the first time doesn't mean you're creating any kind of muscle confusion. It's nice to have some variety, train a muscle from different angles, but you don't have to get carried away with it. Here we go. Try to add too many different things to a workout. The only one who ends up confused is you. All these different variables, do this and don't do that, and add this and add that. Working out doesn't have to be that complicated. Put your time and your attention and your energy into your workout, into the intensity. Like, come in and bring it. And you could use the most basic exercises and get phenomenal results just doing that. One more. There it is. Yeah. I like the song, it's just too slow for a workout. So now we're going to transition to rear delts. Show you 2 options. It's going to be the one that we're going to do today, because we've already done a bunch of unilateral stuff and I don't want to drag this workout out. But I am going to show you an option. Go a little lighter here. So just like we did for side raises, same exact concept here with our feet. But we can come down here and do a single arm rear fly like this if you want to. I actually would probably go down in resistance. I felt like I was compromising technique a little. Right there. And again, think about going out to the sides as opposed to thinking about pulling backwards. So that's a nice movement, but we can accomplish the same exact thing just standing, doing a pull apart. Now on our back day, we've done a pull apart where we're pulling lower and we're driving those elbows back and we're getting a lot of movement in our shoulder blades to work those muscles in our middle and upper back. Here we don't want to do that. We want to keep our arms higher, straighter, and pull out to the sides. And you notice, like, let me line up with you. So this is kind of probably straight through, from finger through shoulder to my other arm. We don't even have to come back this far. You stop right about there. It's about maximum squeeze in the rear delts. Anything more than that, that's where you're starting to get movement in your shoulder blades or scapula. And you start engaging your trapezius more, etc. So trying to target rear delts. It's just like that. For me, the band touches just the tip of my nose there. Control that rep speed. Make it a little harder. Nice squeeze. That's 11. One more. Oh, that last one was sloppy. I like shoulders on a Friday. It's a fun workout. It's a little mellower than doing legs. Just suits a Friday vibe. Plus, put time into your shoulders. It's a muscle group that makes a big difference in your physique. If you just had worked on waistline and shoulders, then that gives you a nice shape. All right. Now, we did these the other week. Today was supposed to be a front raise with bands. I did this one the other week. We'll do it here for our second set just for fun. So it'll be the front raise, anterior delt, pull apart, and back. And this is working the shoulder from front to back. Like even right here, working a lot of that middle delt, just keeping your arms up. So anterior, rear delt, and then that isometric squeeze, a lot of middle delt. Oh, Oh, these are miserable. So I'm going to drop down. Nothing wrong with dropping down resistance if you need to. I'd rather do that and keep my technique than start getting real sloppy. This little band's killing me. Let's do one more. I think that was 10. Nice. So even though we were doing unilateral, which takes longer, we still have ripped through this workout. And when you can, why not? Get in, get it done, and get out of there. No need to belabor it. Like when I was younger, I used to feel like if I cut out at 45 minutes, that somehow I wasn't getting a good workout, and that's not true. You don't have to feel obligated to be in the gym for an hour and a half. Like how long you're in the gym doesn't translate to having a good workout. It's kind of the same thing with number of sets, number of reps. Yeah, but I worked out for an hour and a half and I did 6 exercises, 4 sets every exercise. Doesn't matter if the intensity's not there. All right. What am I doing? Losing my mind. We already did those. There we go. It's 8. 4 more. 9. 10. 2 more. That's 11. I said 12, so let's do it. Oh. That's it. That's 4 exercises. So let's finish this off strong though. Just because we got our 4, I want to do a couple finishers here. First one, we did these in week 1. It's a body weight exercise. So it's like a push-up, but we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna bring those feet forward. Try to get this movement right here. Just like a shoulder press. Nice and controlled. Nice and slow. We're gonna go until we can't do any more. We're gonna shake it off. And then we're gonna do a couple more until we hit that wall again. It's also a good indicator how hard you worked out. If you come in and bust out a bunch of these easy, then you are not training with enough intensity with your other exercises. You should be pretty spent by now. Three. There it is. Good stuff. All right. Now, back to our arm circles, and these should burn. We're going to do them extra slow. Here we go. Not just slow, but exaggerated. A little bit bigger range of movement. In other words, bigger circles. There's 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Shake it out. Now reverse it. Backwards. Really open up your chest. 5, 6. Oh man, 6 more. 7, 8, 9. 3 more. 10. Oh man, those are tough. That's good stuff. That's a good shoulder workout. Whew. All right, we're gonna go ahead, loosen up a little bit. Bring that arm across the body. Arms above the head. Here's another one that I'll do. Used to do these just with that same stick, but you can do it with the bands. Come to one side. The other. Nice. Good. That's a wrap, man. So you have the PDF. Tomorrow's workout, Saturday. You'll be doing that on your own. I'll be doing it on my own as well. We're not doing a video for Saturday workouts. So that's a full body workout. Go in there, moderate intensity. You know, push yourself. I'm not saying make it an easy workout. I'm saying you don't have to kill yourself in there. Full body workout. And then we're going to come back Monday. We're going to hit chest and triceps again. I'm still not sure how we're going to get back on track with our PDF. I deviated a little bit. So you're just going to have to show up Monday and find out.